Have you ever imagined what would happen if the engines on your plane suddenly stopped working right in the middle of a flight? This is one of the biggest fears for many passengers, and understandably so. The idea of being tens of thousands of feet in the sky with no engine power sounds like the start of a disaster movie. But here's the truth. What actually happens when a plane loses power mid-flight is very different from what Hollywood wants you to believe. Welcome back to Flipside 05, the channel where we explore the skies and uncover the facts behind how aviation really works. My name is Solomon, and today we are tackling one of the most dramatic and misunderstood scenarios in all of flight, the total engine failure. Now, let's clear something up from the very start. When an aircraft loses engine power, it doesn't just fall out of the sky. That's a myth. In reality, airplanes are designed to glide, and pilots are trained to manage even the most unexpected situations calmly and professionally. Let me paint the picture. You're cruising at 35,000 feet when suddenly both engines shut down. The cabin gets quiet and maybe there's some turbulence. What happens next? Well, the airplane is still flying. In fact, it's gliding, just like a paper airplane, but with wings engineered to carry hundreds of people over massive distances. A modern jetliner like the Boeing 777 or Airbus A330 can glide for over 100 miles from cruising altitude without any engine thrust. That gives the pilots time, and in aviation, time is safety. So, what causes engine power loss in the first place? It could be anything from a bird strike, to fuel problems, to flying through volcanic ash. All these, however, are accounted for in pilot training and aircraft design. But the real story here is what the crew does in these critical moments. The pilots immediately go into action. They follow emergency procedures that they have trained on again and again in simulators, doing everything according to procedures designed to bring the aircraft down safely. Pilots attempt to restart the engines if possible. If that doesn't work, they focus on finding the best place to land, maybe the nearest airport. They are not flying blind. They've got checklists, backup instruments, and even a little piece of technology called the RAT, a Ram Air Turbine, that deploys from the aircraft body to generate just enough power to keep essential systems running. One of the most famous examples is US Airways Flight 1549, when both engines failed after hitting a flock of geese shortly after takeoff. With no time to reach an airport, the pilots made the decision to land the plane safely on the Hudson River. Everyone survived. That's not luck, that's training, design, and professionalism. Another incredible case is Air Transat Flight 236, which lost all engine power over the Atlantic Ocean due to fuel leak. The pilot glided the plane for over 75 miles and landed it safely on a remote island in the Azores. No lives were lost. These aren't just miracle stories. They are proof that even in the worst case scenario, the system in place are there to protect you. So, should you be scared if the engines go quiet mid-flight? Not at all, because even with zero thrust, your airplane is still an aircraft, capable of controlled flight and guided by highly skilled pilots who are prepared for moments just like this. At the end of the day, flying remains the safest means to travel, and even if the engines go silent, the skies don't. Thanks for flying with me today on Flipside 05. If you learned something new or feel just a little more confident about flying, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more amazing insights from the world of aviation. I'm Solomon, signing off.